So this is the beautiful starting lands of the Aldmeri Dominion, Auridon. Um, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Auridon. Um, this is my first character, Mr. Villainous. Um, as I said before in a character creation video, he is a Dragon Knight and he actually uses two-handed weapons. I'm not huge on the swords. I prefer mauls, but right now the sword is the best thing I've got. I believe my armor is a mix of mostly high elf stuff. I think the shoulders are Daedric actually, and then I've got a tabard for my guild. These starting lands are super beautiful. I'm actually in the Daggerfall Covenant, which would start me in the Daggerfall Covenant starting zone, which is Glenumbra. However, and if we talk about leveling here a little bit, I am level veteran rank 1. If you see down in the corner there, it's got that little emblem and then the 1. Now, the way it goes is as you play through the game, you're playing through levels 1 through 50. Once you hit level 50, you're not level 50, you're veteran rank 1. You reach basically a new tier, and at that point, essentially you should have, if not very close to have completed the main story and the zone story that you've been in, so that once you hit veteran rank 1, or at least once you're very close to it, and once you finish the main story, you get the option, and it's not really an option. They basically say, here's a portal, go and play the other zone from scratch. Except that it's not from scratch. You have all your stuff, and you can travel back to your old zone at any time you want. It's just that you get to start over as if you had started from scratch in the other zone. You don't get to choose what zone it is. I was actually hoping to get to choose so I could go to the Ebonheart zone, but I've been really satisfied with Aldmeri Dominion so far. It's very beautiful, and the missions are really cool. So yeah, and then once you hit veteran rank, you unlock the champion menu. This is the skills menu, and this is what I was talking about with the class skills. You get 3 skill lines: the Ardent Flame, Draconic Power, Earth, and Heart. That's for Dragon Knight. Every other class has a different 3 set pieces. I have every ability for Ardent Flame. I have it maxed out all the way to 50. This is an ultimate ability. This is the Empowering Chains. It's the improved version of the Fire Chain I talked about in the character creation video. Burning Embers, you basically just slash your enemy with fire. This is a Dragon Breath ability. Actually, you can breathe fire. The Flame Lash is essentially, originally it's called Lava Whip. And then Sea of Flames, which is, I can show you that right now. It's a passive ability. It's an activated passive. So now I have this fireball floating around me, and whenever I'm fighting, every 6 seconds, that fireball will shoot at my closest enemy, and then another fireball will spawn around me and circle around me. And I do believe it actually increases my armor. Back to the skills menu, you can go to your weapons, and I haven't really put a lot of effort into my weapon abilities. I've been totally fine with just my class abilities. So you see I have Carve, but I really haven't been using it much. And then I really just have passive abilities that help with stuff like stamina recovery and damage bonus. And that's for every weapon standard. One-handed shield, dual wield, bow, destruction staff, restoration staff. And then you have armor abilities. I use primarily heavy armor. As you can see, it's maxed out, and I have quite a few skills in it. They're mostly, usually for armor, you get one ability here that's an active ability, and then you get a ton of passives, which are great. Increases your armor for each piece of heavy armor equipped. Current bonus, 1,959 armor, because I'm using all heavy armor, and I've got 3 out of 3 improvements to that skill. Increases health recovery by 4% for each piece of heavy armor. My health recovery is a 28 bonus. So those are really good to look into. World skills are like, this is for thievery, trafficking, stuff like that, which I can get into later. Soul Magic, which is a skill you get from the main story, which basically allows you to respawn in the world like every once an hour. Allows you to revive once every hour without spending a soul gem. In this game, soul gems, filled soul gems, are how you charge enchanted items and how you respawn wherever you are. So if you die in the middle of a battle, you can use a soul gem to just respawn right there. If you don't have a soul gem, you respawn at a way shrine, which I will show you later. Werewolf, I am a werewolf on this character, and so those are some of where my other skill points have been going. The guilds give you some pretty great abilities. I just haven't been focusing on them with this character. But you join the Fighters Guild, you join the Mages Guild, you join the Undaunted, and they give you immediately, they give you these skill lines that you can utilize. Alliance War, this is PvP abilities. They mostly help in PvP, but you can kind of use them in. I like the rapid movement because it just makes you run faster is all it does. And then you have racial skills. You start out with this, increases experience gain with the light armor skill line by 15% for Bretons. Obviously I didn't use that at all because I'm using only heavy armor. But you get, increases max magicka, increases spell resistance. And of course that's different for every race. Crafting. These are all your different crafting lines: alchemy, blacksmithing, clothing, enchanting, provisioning, and woodworking. You have to level them up individually, and each of them have separate skills. The skills are pretty much the same. Looking at blacksmithing, you got metalworking, allows you to work with certain types of metal. Keen eye, it makes ore glow in the world so you can see it from far away. Minor hireling, it's someone that will, while you're offline, an NPC will basically collect materials for you and then send them to you when you log in. And it's the same for really all of them. You get the tailoring, allows you to work with different clothing. Keen eye, the hireling, and it's all the same stuff, just in different lines. Now, as you can see with this skill menu, it's not like Skyrim, where you can just go to magic, equip fire, and then you can shoot fire out of your hand. You actually have to use these specified abilities, which some people really hate, some people don't mind it. I don't mind it. I do kind of miss the mechanic in Skyrim, but it's a different game, and it works for this game. There's an imp over here. We'll show you this ability that I was talking about, the fire chain. I love this ability. Essentially, and just like, get over here. So I basically, if you saw what he was doing there, he was glowing red. And we'll see if this guy will do it too. If I just kind of let him do his thing. When they glow red, you block them and punch them, and it makes them dizzy. It downs them for a little bit. And sometimes some of your abilities have different special things they do when they do that. Now, if he was glowing yellow instead of red, I would just hold the block right there. And then he would hit me, and he would be stunned. As opposed to, like I said, when he was glowing red, I just punch him with my block. That's a pretty good explanation of how the combat goes. If I can find another imp here. Yep, he's right here. As you can see, I've got my stamina bar down there in the corner. I've got my red bar centered for health, and I've got blue bar for magicka. And you can see the skill bar. I mean, you go into the menu. So let's see. I don't have engulfing flames equipped right now. So if I wanted, I could hit that. I hit a sign with square button, and I go to my ability bar, and I can replace any of these. And so let's say I'm not going to use burning embers. I want to use the fire breath, engulfing flames. So I just I hit X button while I'm over the circle ability, and it'll replace it. So now I can go in there, and you can see it's in range because it's lit up. I can just breathe fire on it. You want to see what that looks like? I don't like playing in third person. I feel like this game was made for first. There are certain battles, because in this game there are a lot of area attacks. It's very helpful to be in third person, so if the red floor happens to circle around you, you know you're getting an area attack. I look all stony right now because of an effect that put on me. I sometimes forget how cool the visuals are in third person. I still don't like playing in it because it's harder to aim. But, yeah. So as you can see, I don't have him selected right now, but I turn there and I have him selected, and he's glowing red, which means he's an enemy, which means he's targeted. So if I do that, it's going to hit him. Now, he's still selected there, so I'm going to hit him. I'm not swinging directly at him. I see I didn't hit him there. But I'm not swinging directly at him some of these times, and I'm still hitting him, because it's a soft block. As long as he's glowing, as long as I'm close to targeting him, he's going to get hit. If you're wondering what it looks like to transform into a werewolf, I do have, as you can see, the werewolf ability is the shining one with the yellow border around it. What that is that's an ultimate ability. You have to unlock those. I think you have to get to like level 5 or 8 or something like that to unlock them. And they are, you have to charge them. If you use it, the yellow box around it will be empty. It'll take a while to refill through combat, and then you can use it again. My ultimate ability right now is werewolf, because I am a werewolf. And I am a white werewolf. I got an ability that specifies me as a white werewolf. If I would have transformed next to this guy, he'd be running in fear right now. You can use Devour. If you see under the Magicka bar, there's a smaller blue bar. That's my duration for being in werewolf form. Now, if I can take him out, every 5 seconds, I believe it is, after you kill an enemy, you can use Devour on them, which will increase your time in werewolf form. Just stuff like that. Take this guy too. If I want at any time, it's fun going up and talking to people. I don't think I can talk to these guys, but if they were NPCs that I could talk to, you can talk to them in werewolf form, and it's pretty funny. But I can just transform back if I want to. And you can't see it right now, but my ultimate ability for my werewolf is Drain now. It's not yellow anymore. Now, let's go into our map and see where the nearest way shrine is. It's right there. So we're going to go to our way shrine. And I'm going to get on my horse. I have a horse. They're kind of costly in this game. They're about 10,000 gold. If you're really, really, really good at farming gold, you can get 10,000 in about a day. It's a pain, but you can do it. The reason I have this horse, I didn't farm gold for him, thank God. I got the Imperial Edition. Oh, and there's a chest right there. Let's take this opportunity to unlock a chest. The lock picking is a bit different in this game. You have to hit these keys. And there we go. It's different. It takes a little while to get used to, but it's not bad. Let's get back on that horse so that I can show y'all. And when you have your horse, you can go to a stable master and you can pay them for horse lessons, which will increase either your horse's stamina, capacity, or speed by 1%. So here's the Skywatch Way Shrine. Look again. I mean, this really is a beautiful zone. I haven't explored any of the other old married zones yet, but this one is just gorgeous. Now, if we go Skywatch Way Shrine, I can use a Way Shrine to travel to any other Way Shrine in the world that I have unlocked. You can travel to a Way Shrine at any time, but it does cost gold, and you want to save as much gold as you can in this game. It's really not that bad to find the nearest Way Shrine to travel to wherever you're going. Right now, we're going to travel to Daggerfall, back to my starting zone, and I'm going to show you guys a bit of the crafting.